America. I'm Tom Hand, the creator of Americana Corner, and welcome to Preserving America. Today we are spotlighting one of our Americana Corner grant recipients, the Jamestown Rediscovery Foundation. And joining us is Dr. James Horn, its president. Jim, welcome to Americana Corner.
Good to be with you, Tom.
It's a pleasure to see you. Jim, please tell us the mission of the Jamestown Rediscovery Foundation.
Well, Jamestown was the first successful English colony in America, and it was founded in 1607. We today have an archeological site of national and international significance. So our mission is really one of preservation and also education, because we receive about 130,000 visitors a year. And what we want to talk about and perhaps inspire our American visiting public to think about is the beginnings of our nation and what that means to us today.
Yeah, that is fascinating. Jamestown, of course, is primarily an archeological site, but at the same time, you probably have to make your site interesting enough so that the everyday American wants to visit. Can you talk to us about how you balance those two objectives?
The archaeology that we undertake is what we call public archaeology. So when visitors come to our site, we bring them right up to the edge of the feature, to the excavation itself, and let them see, as archaeologists bring out of the ground objects or artifacts that have not been seen in 400 years. It's what we call the moment of discovery, and I can tell you that our visitors absolutely love that. But then, as with all good museums in my estimation, you have to amplify the messages, you have to, in a sense, translate the messages to the broad themes that you want to discuss. So we have a physical museum that showcase our discoveries of the last 30 years, but much of the visitor experience is outdoors, and we have a reconstruction of the palisade of the original fort of 1607, and also partial reconstructions of some of the main buildings within that fort. So there is plenty to see, and of course one of the jewels in the crown is the church. We've recently put a modern steel and glass roof on the tower. The tower is late 17th century, dating to the early 1680s. The church itself was abandoned in the mid-18th century, and we estimate that the last time the church had a roof was probably around the time of the American Revolution. So it's a wonderful thing to have a new roof on the church tower, because it creates the perfect setting for a small exhibit about the church. And the church is one of the most important and iconic structures at Jamestown.
That sounds great, Jim. Shifting gears just a bit, please tell us about the project that Americana Corner helped to fund.
Once again, thank you very much for those funds, because what they've enabled us to do is develop signage for our visitors that explains the importance of the church tower itself, and beyond that talks about the three phases of church building that took place on the site. So we have placed 3 new signs funded by Americana Corner, and also a sign outside the church tower that makes clear the importance and significance of the church tower and the church itself in Jamestown's history and in national history.
Jim, I want to thank you for your time today. It's been fascinating talking with you, and thank you out there for listening. And until next time, may your love of country lead you.